Sandra with Daily Dose of Sparkle. So today I'm back in the kitchen. I'm going to show you a quick and easy recipe for chili. So this time of year is big for crock pots, and I always forget about this little kitchen appliance. It saves me so much time. So I decided, you know what, now's probably a perfect time, and I'm going to put my hair up so I don't get any hair into this lovely meal I'm about to cook. Now's the perfect time to whoop it out and do a little bit of chili. And this time of year, I tend to make a lot of recipes that I could pre-cook and freeze. So here's one. Tonight, chili night, and freezing options. So I'll walk you through ingredients in a minute, but I'm starting with an onion. Now, I know not a lot of people do actual onions and garlic. You'll do powder, but I want this thing to be a little chunky and have some substance, and you'll see why. So I am just slicing that onion and trying not to get all emotional on you again. This thing is spicy. It's making me cry. So I'm going to keep on chopping. And while I do that, I'm just going to kind of let you know, chili is not one of those things I think about. I'm originally from Croatia, and chili's not in our diet plan. It's not a recipe that I'm familiar with. So I kind of always forget about it. But, ooh-wee, holy Moses, that's hot. So I'm not going to go too crazy with this and chop too long because I'm starting to cry. My eyes are burning. But it just kind of comes across my mind here and there. So when it does, I am always in the market for lean chili recipes, something that is tasty. Whew. Man, I need a little pause and something that is low-cal. So I just used half an onion. You could see the other half I saved for something else. Ooh, there it goes, half of it on the counter. Nice job. I seriously can't see. I'm tearing up so much and getting all sniffly on you. So first, you try not to make a mess, but sometimes it happens. So I'm throwing in the onion. You'll also notice a bell pepper. I'm going to throw that in as well because, like I said, I want a little bit of chunkiness to it. Okay, here is my tip on how to use the whole bell pepper. Most people cut it this way and cut off the top, and you let a huge chunk of it go. So what I do is I slice it along lengthwise, kind of like that, and then I peel it open. See, the whole thing comes clean, and then I just grab it on the inside. Ta-da! And now you have both halves. You get the guts out in the middle, and I've already pre-washed this thing, so it's clean. Now, if you'd like, you can rinse the inside, get the seeds out, and if you don't, that's fine too. It's totally up to you. Oh, another helpful tip that I learned a while ago, if you put a pepper right side down, like with the shiny skin on the outside, it is harder to cut and it dulls your knife. So flip it inside out. So I flip mine inside out and then cut them. They're much, much easier to cut, and they won't dull your knife. So little fact over there, I never verified whether that's true or not, but I'm all about keeping the knives sharp, and so I decided, why not? It's easy. All right, I'm going to pay attention to this so I don't chop my finger off real quick. Here we go. So I'm cutting the peppers. Use whatever pepper you like. I personally don't like green peppers very much. I like red, yellow, and orange, so that's my go-to. And I'm going to make them just a little bit smaller. So here we go. And I'm still emotional and crying over here. And I'm going to throw that in. So that is it for the fresh produce piece of this. Let me do a little hand rinse. Then we'll be back in action. All right. So, ingredients. Here are my spices. Salt and pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, paprika from the homeland of Croatia. Love this stuff. And then your wet ingredients or your main ingredients. So I'm doing lean turkey, a can of tomato sauce. I'm actually thinking I'm going to swap this out. And I'm going to do a can of either stewed tomatoes or a can of, what's it called, crushed, because I want some texture. So that's TBD. Lentils. I'm throwing in lentils, kidney beans, navy beans, black beans, and pinto beans. So we're getting some serious bean heaven in here. And here we go. So before I swap to the tomatoes, I'll pause and regroup. Here is the meat. So turkey. I like turkey because it is a more healthy option, less fat. You're welcome to use beef or a combo of the two. So it's totally up to you. I am telling you, I just can't get anything into this thing today. Everything's ending up on the counter. All right, Sanj, what's the problem? There's that. Okay, now for the beans. Now with this meal, since I'm adding lentils require water. So I'm not sure if the sauce is going to be enough or not, but I will strain the beans. I don't want to use bean water. I'm gonna just go ahead and get all that out, and then I'll add some just plain regular water. Bean water is starchy, so I don't need any extra thickness. I think I'm gonna need a little brothiness. Okay, so there is pinto beans. Now there's a bunch stuck in there. So where's my spoon? So a good way to do this is to pour some water in there right away and rinse the beans in there. Okay, next, black beans. That's why I shake them. I try to get the loose on the bottom. Doesn't always work. I should have actually pre-prepped all my cans so you guys can just see me throwing them in there. But this is a very last minute, oh my gosh, I better get dinner going kind of an occasion. So a lot of you, if you watch my videos and read my blog, you all know I work from home full time. And you would think, oh, she's got so much time, she could do this all day. Well, days like today, it's a Friday in my world, and it was a busy, crazy work day that I didn't even get to showering until after 12. So I'm way behind. I gotta get this going, and that leads me to the cooking duration. It says 4 to 6 hours, well, yeah, 4 to 6 hours or 4 to 5 hours on high, or 6 to 8 on low. We're gonna go high on this bad boy so we can actually eat tonight. All right, last can. Note to self, new can opener. Last can, and that goes in there. Cool, all out. All right, so now I'm gonna throw in the lentils and I'm gonna do the sauce. So give me a second, I'm gonna pause, get the right can of sauce, and we'll resume. All right, peeps, I am back and still here. So lentils, read the package of how much water to lentil ratio. This one says 2 cups of lentils for 6 to 8 cups of water. I don't need that many lentils, so I'm just doing half a cup of lentils. And I'm measuring it only because I want to make sure I get the right amount of water. So 6 to 8 cups for 2. So that's, let's say, 3 for 1. Or about, I'm going to go a little liberal because I actually need water in this thing. So I'm going to go about 1.5 of for half a cup, and the moisture in here as well. So there's some water. Now in crock pots, you always need some sort of a liquid to get everything tied together. So here's my tomato sauce. I went a different route. I got crushed. It's a little thicker. So here's that. Ta-da. Okay, now for the seasoning. So I like to season later a little more, but I am gonna start with some just to get stuff going. So here's some garlic powder. I didn't put any actual garlic in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and put a generous dose of garlic powder in there. Onion powder, I'm gonna skip because I put a ton of onions in there. Now for my salt and pepper shakers, they are fabulous, but they can kind of go slow. So I'm gonna give it a nice generous pepper content. I like my stuff seasoned, but not like super crazy. So now I'm thinking, what's in there that's got salt? Probably the tomato sauce, so I'm not gonna go crazy on salt, but this much, it's about, I'd say a tablespoon, maybe tablespoon and a half salt. You can always add more later. And now for the secret ingredient, paprika from Croatia. So I actually have some in a little jar. That's how I keep it jarred once I open the package, which is what I'm gonna do with that one. And this one's got, I don't wanna use my wet spoon. This one's got a bunch in there. Now be careful with paprika, it depends on how spicy you like it. So here we go. I think maybe a teaspoon is what I used, and that's gonna give it quite a bit of heat. So that is officially the end of it, the end of all of my ingredients. Now I give it a little mix, because I want this stuff to cook, and I've already turned it on to high. So I'm gonna give it a nice little thorough mix to get the spices in there. And I'm gonna leave it be. So right now, I'm gonna get a couple of these things out of the way, tilt the pot, and show you what this goodness looks like. And then at the end, I will be back to show you the final product. So here it is. Hope you can see it. It's cooking. It is looking good. It's combined all the ingredients in there. Crock pot cooking is not a big mystery. It is very easy to do. So I encourage you to find your favorite recipes and throw them in a crock pot. Easy, tasty, no-brainer. So again, I'll be back later. We'll finish this up and see how my chili ended up looking in 5 hours. All right, to be continued. All right, so here we are, 5 hours later. I have been slaving away. Actually, the crock pot's been doing all the work, and my chili is done. It is ready. So I'm gonna show you, it smells so good in here. I am gonna serve it over some brown rice. So here is the rice. There it is right there. I portion it however you wanna do it. I always measure, because I'm trying to control what I'm eating, trying to always perpetually lose that 10 pounds that never comes off. And here is the chili. It's really tasty smelling. I don't know what it tastes like, but I'm sure it's gonna be good. It's a little bit brothier than I actually would like it, but that's okay. Remember in the beginning I added the extra water because I wasn't sure about the lentils. So it's fine. I don't mind it at all. And the broth is gonna soak up really lovely in there. So I'm gonna finish this with a little bit of cilantro and onion. My husband loves cilantro and loves onions. So I'm gonna load his up. Mine, no thank you. All right. And there it is. Look at that goodness. So turkey chili, the healthy way. I shared the recipe. You saw it cooking all in a crock pot. Delicious. Give it a try for a quick and easy winter meal, stuff you can freeze, fall meal, summer, whatever it is, whenever you like eating chili, make it. Until the next time, next session of Cooking with S, I hope you enjoy it. Thanks again for watching. Be awesome and sparkle.